Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're about to take a trip to one of the coolest places on Earth. We're talking about Norway. Get ready to uncover 10 of the craziest facts about Norway that they don't teach you in school. This isn't just your average boring geography lesson. We're going deep into the land of Vikings, fjords, and maybe even some trolls. So buckle up, grab your snacks, and get ready to be amazed. This is going to be epic. You know I don't disappoint. Okay, first up, let's talk tunnels. Norway is home to the Lærdal Tunnel, and this thing is an absolute beast. Imagine driving for 15.3 miles underground. That's like driving from your couch to your fridge and back, a lot of times. Can you imagine the road trip snacks you'd need for a journey like that? Enough chips, candy, and questionable gas station food to feed a small army. But here's the kicker. The Lærdal Tunnel isn't just crazy long. It's also designed to keep you from going completely bonkers while you're driving through it. They've got these massive caves built right into the tunnel, kind of like little rest stops, but way more extra. I mean, have you ever seen a tunnel with mood lighting? This one has it. It's like they wanted to make it feel like you're driving through a really, really long nightclub, but without the music and dancing. Honestly, I kind of want to go to Norway just to drive through this tunnel. All right, get ready to have your minds blown because fact number 2 is a doozy. Norway's coastline is longer than the equator. You know, the imaginary line that circles the entire Earth? Yeah, Norway's coastline is longer than that. How is that even possible, you ask? Well, it's all thanks to these things called fjords. Fjords are basically these super narrow inlets of water that are surrounded by these crazy dramatic cliffs. Think of it like Mother Nature's way of showing off her sculpting skills, and Norway is basically the world champion of fjords. They've got so many fjords that if you were to lay them all out end to end, they would stretch for over 63,000 miles. That's enough to wrap around the Earth. Twice! Honestly, I'm starting to think Norway is secretly a magical land. Okay, sushi lovers, this one's for you. Did you know that Norway is the reason you can enjoy that delicious salmon sushi? I know, right? Mind blown. Back in the day, the Japanese weren't really into eating raw salmon. It wasn't until the 1980s that Norway came along and changed the sushi game forever. See, Norway had all this amazing high-quality salmon just swimming around in their waters. And they were like, hey Japan, you guys gotta try this. So they started exporting their salmon to Japan, and the rest, as they say, is history. So next time you're chowing down on some salmon sashimi, make sure you raise your chopsticks to Norway. All right, let's get a little serious for a second because fact number 4 is all about peace. Every year, the Nobel Peace Prize is awarded in Oslo, Norway. You know, that big fancy award they give to people who have done amazing things to make the world a better place? Yeah, that one. It's a pretty big deal. And it all goes down in Norway. Norway is like the Switzerland of Scandinavia. They're always neutral in conflicts, they're all about peace and diplomacy, and they're constantly ranked as one of the happiest countries in the world. Plus, can you imagine a more beautiful backdrop for such an important event? I mean, have you seen pictures of Norway? It's basically a real-life fairy tale. All right, back to the weird and wacky stuff. Fact number 5 is one that always gets a chuckle. Norway has a town called Hell. Yep, you heard that right. H-E double hockey sticks. And no, I'm not kidding. Now, before you get any ideas, it's not quite the fiery underworld you might be picturing. It's actually a pretty little town with a population of just over 1,500 people. So how did this place end up with such a devilish name? Well, it turns out that Hell in Norwegian is actually an Old Norse word that means overhanging rock. And of course, the town of Hell has fully embraced its unique name. When life gives you hell, you sell postcards. Okay, get ready to be impressed because fact number 6 is all about how Norway is winning at life. This country runs on almost entirely renewable energy. Like, we're talking 98% of their electricity comes from hydropower. That's right, they're basically powered by waterfalls. Norway is basically the poster child for sustainability. They're all about reducing their carbon footprint, using clean energy, and basically just being all around awesome when it comes to saving the planet. All right, let's take a break from all the serious stuff and talk about something a little more lighthearted. Fact number 7 is about Norway's super down-to-earth king. I'm talking about King Harald V, the real-life ruler of Norway. This guy is about as far from your typical stuffy monarch as you can get. Why? Because he regularly takes the tram. The tram, people, like the public transportation system that everyone uses. Can you imagine being on your way to work, minding your own business, and suddenly you realize you're sharing a ride with the king? I'd probably be freaking out a little bit. But that's the thing about King Harold, he's just so chill about it all. He doesn't need a fancy motorcade or an entourage of bodyguards. He's just happy to ride the tram with his people. Alright, get ready for another mind-bending fact, because number 8 is a real trip. During the summer months, parts of Norway experience something called the midnight sun. What does that mean, you ask? It means that the sun literally never sets. For weeks on end, the sun just hangs out above the horizon, bathing everything in this surreal golden light. Can you imagine trying to go to sleep when it's still bright as day outside? I mean, I struggle to fall asleep when the streetlights are on outside my window. But hey, maybe that's why Norwegians are so happy all the time. They're basically getting a constant dose of vitamin D. Okay, get ready for the most adorable fact on this list. Norway has a reindeer police force. You heard that right, reindeer police. So here's the deal. The indigenous Sami people of Norway have been herding reindeer for centuries. And to help manage these reindeer herds, they've got a special police force that patrols on, you guessed it, reindeer. Honestly, this is just too much. Can you imagine seeing a police officer riding a reindeer down the street? It would be the most epic and adorable crime-fighting duo of all time. And last but not least, we've arrived at fact number 10, which is all about isolation. See, Norway is home to the most remote island in the world, Bouvet Island. This tiny volcanic island is located in the South Atlantic Ocean, thousands of miles away from any other landmass. We're talking like the middle of nowhere. Seriously, look it up on a map. Now, you might be thinking, what's even on this super remote island? Well, not a whole lot, to be honest. It's mostly just glaciers, mountains, and a whole lot of ice. But hey, if you're looking to get away from it all, like really get away from it all, Bouvet Island is the place for you. And there you have it, folks. 10 crazy facts about Norway that will make you want to pack your bags and book a flight right this second. From the world's longest tunnel to a town called Hell, Norway is a country full of surprises. Who knew a place so stunningly beautiful could also be so quirky and fascinating? I'm telling you, Norway has it all. I hope you enjoyed this wild ride through the land of Vikings, fjords, and reindeer police. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these crazy facts about Norway, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more amazing content. See you next time.